And in you doing that, you're gonna fucking fail. You're gonna fall. And in that process of you falling and getting back up, that's where you're gonna learn. That's where you're gonna build the character. And that's what will eventually lead to you becoming the type of person in order to make everything succeed.
Nobody cares about you is something that was never made clear to me. And I mean that in the most positive, optimistic, inspiring, motivating way. Like, I think that, especially if you see yourself as a creative or you want to exist on YouTube or as a filmmaker, or as a musician, or as an artist, or a painter, or any of those things, like, you think that everybody's paying attention. And because of that, it kind of controls how you think. And even when I was young and fearless and nothing to lose, I was still so cognizant of, like, how are people going to react to this and what's the best way to do, like, I was so aware. And the reality is nobody gives a shit. Everybody is so focused on themselves in this world. Nobody has time for you. And the sooner you accept that as a creative person, the sooner you're free.
One thing I would say is that if I'm being completely real, like not everybody's gonna be able to, make it. You feel me? Cause I think it takes a little luck. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like it takes just a little, like, the right time, the right place. But dedication for sure. Like, dedication and, like, when at the right time, consistency. But people don't understand that, like, slow motion is better than, like, no motion. Like slow progress is way better than just not having nothing. And I feel like today's, like, right now, people aren't patient. Like, I swear to God, I just feel like people are not patient with the blow up. I feel like people are just trying to rush and trying to hurry up and do this and this, knowing that shit gonna take years.
They want to go viral on that.
They want to go viral so fast. It's like, bro, like, you have to wait. And I just say play the back until it's time to play the front. And when it's your time to play the front, you go full throttle. Like, today, like, now is the time.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's why I feel like so much people that would be in my position would get comfortable so easy. But, like, I've caught myself trying to be comfortable at times. Like, I've caught myself saying, nah, I probably want to go back home and just get lit real quick, or I want to do this and, you feel me, just take today off and do this off. But what people don't know is that, like, I dead ass, like, put everything I got going on the side.
I tried once to get in the Air Force to be an Air Force pararescueman, and I quit for fear of the water. I was 175 pounds. I left the Air Force 4 years later at 300 pounds. I went from 175 to 300 pounds. There's a long story in there on how that came to be. But I sat around and read a book on the Medal of Honor. And those guys, all I wanted to be was an uncommon man. And my whole life, I was not that. Much worse than that. I read stories about men like you, Doc, who had the courage to jump on grenades and stuff like that. So I came home one day from working at a job called Ecolab, where I sprayed for cockroaches. I made $1,000 a month, weighing 300 pounds. And I got home and I watched a show on Discovery Channel of guys carrying boats and logs, Navy SEAL training. And I decided to make a change in my life. And I called the recruiter up and he asked me these questions. You had to meet a certain age, like a certain height and weight limit. I was 6'1" and 300 pounds. He laughed at me. 7 other recruiters laughed at me. One recruiter finally said, "Come on in, I'm too busy to talk to you on the phone." He didn't know how much I weighed. I walked in the recruiter's office and he looked at me and he said, "You're fat and you're black." I said, "I want to be a Navy SEAL." I didn't know there had only been 35 African-American Navy SEALs at that time in over 70 years. He said I basically had to lose 106 pounds in less than 3 months because of my age. I was getting too old. I came back 3 months later, 106 pounds lighter. Thank you.